What's up there, guys? Welcome to Reaper TV. It's Jay the Reaper here. Today I've got a tattoo videos. Basically, I did promise this on the beginning of this channel. So far I've only posted random stuff about GTA and maybe some reaction videos and whatever not. But yeah, as from today we're going to start with the tattoo videos, the do's and don'ts, the ins and outs, and basically it is what it is. As you can see, my arm's going black. That is obviously bad choices in the past with tattoos. I've got this on, which I'm at the moment still filling in. I got both legs on the work. I've got the front and the back on the work. I've got the Reaper tattooed on my back. Anyone who seen me on TikTok will know that. Anyway, hope you enjoy the video.
That's cool, right? Freaks a lot of people out, but I like them. There was never really a time in my life where I had like this realization or like epiphany that I wanted to be covered in tattoos or like heavily modified. It just kind of came to be, like it just happened. The first tattoo I got was, I was probably about 12 years old and it was a home job. We just got like a tattoo machine of our own and started doodling on ourselves. My first professional tattoo, I was probably about 15. A lot of people ask me how many tattoos I have all up, but it's so hard to answer that question because like on my face alone I've probably had like 30 tattoos, just, you know what I mean, like layers on layers on layers, but it'd definitely be upwards of like 150 200 times that I've had sittings. If those sittings go for 8 hours or those sittings go for 15 minutes, you know, it's whatever. But yeah, I guess my first modification was my stretched ears, which I started when I was like 11 years old. Yeah, so they're a bit like calamari, delicious. But I think my more like full-on mods was when I was maybe 17 or 18. I got some scarification on my face. Who doesn't love a bit of slicing? I've had on like the sides of my face, my forehead. I've had branding, so there's like some indentations and stuff of all that. I've had scarification on like my jaw, so you can see like the like lines and stuff. And I also got my nostrils punched out, so they get like a corkscrew and kind of like, yeah, it's nasty stuff. I have tattooed my eyeballs, so like that's cool, right? Bit nifty. Freaks a lot of people out, but I like them, so that's all that really matters. You lay down and you hold your eyes open while the person who's doing the procedure pretty much gets saline and tattoo ink and sucks it up in a syringe, and then very gently, delicately, kind of injects it in certain spots of your eye. They're kind of cool. Hurt a lot of stitches, a lot of pain. Had stretches inside my ears. Very cool, very cool. One that everyone loves is that I have spiders in my skin. Everyone like kind of like wigs out about that. Yeah, everyone wigs out about that one. These are just silicone implants, so it's just, yeah, just silicone in the shape of a spider. They just kind of shove in there. I've got like a little baby one in my thumb. Everyone's like, is that a real spider? I got my tongue split. You get a scalpel, you get your tongue, and someone cuts it in half and stitches it up. And then you have like a week of, for me personally, not being able to eat properly or at all for like 2 or 3 days. Couldn't take pain medication. I tried even getting like a baby syringe and like sucking it up in a baby syringe and trying to get it back my throat. Wouldn't work. Had to sleep sitting up so I didn't like choke on my own saliva and blood and die. I got my belly button removed, which is kind of like very like Kyle XY, and the whole procedure behind it is pretty much cut around your belly button and in. And the grossest part was that like during getting it done, the guy was like, "Do you want to have a look?" And I was like, "Yeah, I want to have a look." So I like sat up. I sat up a little bit and looked down, and he's like, you know, like how you tense your ab muscles, like tense your abs muscles. And I pushed, and you could see like pretty much my stomach lining sort of thing, like protruding through this hole just a little bit. No, it wasn't like that. It was more like that, but like it was kind of gross. So yeah, I've had stretches in like my top lip. I had a big stretcher down here. You can see the scar from it running horizontally there. There was like a big stone in there. Oh, and I had my gums tattooed. Yeah. I really haven't paid that much. Most of the people that have tattooed me or done most of my work were like very close friends of mine. So things for friends, you know? If I had to put like the industry standard on it, I'm sure you'd be looking upwards of like 60,000 for everything, like modifications and tattoos included. Yeah. Modifications aren't cheap. Modifications are expensive. I think your eyes alone are about 1.5 thousand. Yeah, being heavily tattooed and heavily modified definitely kind of restricts a lot of things you can do, unfortunately. Obviously, that can be from going out clubbing with your friends or trying to use your iPhone to like unlock it with your face, which is not a great time. I think for a long time, people have been way too focused on what other people are doing. You know, Karen from California, the way I look or what I do to my body is never in a million years going to affect her or her family or anything like that. So I just think it's, yeah, like we're all guilty of it. We're all guilty of passing a little bit of judgment here and there, but I think in the scale in which people do it now is just like ridiculous. Yeah, there's like, I guess you could say I regret some tattoos, not just regret. I think there's a difference between regret and wanting to be perceived differently. I don't know if that makes sense. Wanting to like be able to take like my daughter to school and stuff and not have like her friends freak out or like other friends' parents freak out and stuff. If my daughter ever came to me, being of age, of like when I roughly started getting modifications and heavily tattooed, I don't think I have so much a problem with tattoos, especially not visible, like clothing can cover sort of thing, or even like throat and stuff I'm okay with. But I think it's where when you touch in the face is a big thing that can lead to so many, for some people, not everyone, but for some people lead to a lot of problems for yourself, which I probably wouldn't want my daughter to have to deal with until she was like a bit older. I wish that I may have not had gone as hectic as I did on my face. Yeah, so I'm getting a laser, or I have been for, pretty much 12 months. And I've probably gone over my full face, maybe, like we do it in sections, but I've probably gone over the full thing maybe like 6 or 7 times. And it's starting to really like drop out, like this is all solid. Everything was solid, and now it's kind of really not that. Like I had big stripes on my chin and stuff. But yeah, it's dropping out quite nicely. I started getting it done, like the anxiety and stuff I was getting, and I don't know if I can contribute. Like it's mental stuff is a funny thing to try and pin down, but I want to think that a lot of the anxiety was from just having a face full of tattoos. Starting over and having like a fresh face will be like a really nice feeling. So I'm happy with the way I look, but I'm also happy with the mentality that over the next 2 years, my face tattoos are going to become less and less and less. I'm just clearing the canvas, realistically. Like I can paint over it again, but I'm just clearing the canvas, and you should be able to do whatever you want with your body. And honestly, I've done the hectic face tattoos. I've done this, done that, and it's just like another chapter in what I'm doing to myself. It's just clearing part of the canvas. That's all it really is.
All right, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll be posting next week for another one. Maybe I'll have other things as well coming soon. I hope you enjoyed it once again, and if you please leave a like at the bottom of this video, it would be so much appreciated. And yeah, of course, the next video will be up in about a week's time. Yeah, pretty much. Stay tuned.